way. You know, it might make a difference. I don't know. I have no idea if it works. Alright, we're going to throw this one out. And then we're going to throw this one out. I don't know why that is so freaking loud. It shouldn't be that loud. I'm going to turn. Yeah, that needs to go about like that. All right, that way I'll still hear the phone call. All right, I got that there, that there, that there. This here. We are live, so sorry, folks. I'm plugging that in. All right. Let's see. I didn't make it out till 4:30 because of work. I missed out on a few bottles I wanted. I still grabbed the bottled in bond and got to meet Ross. I'm hoping Ross comes on tonight. All right, and that was from Nick watching tonight. I was out at 3:30 I got to Lakes about 3:30, and I waited till I had to wait in line. And all right, we got to get rid of the glare for all of you on YouTube, on YouTube. But I got to make sure sound is happening on YouTube too. I know sound's happening on Facebook. Let's make sure sound's happening. But let's see if I can get rid of that glare. Is it that way? I'm just trying to screw things up. I really am. All right, let's see if that glare is still there. It is. Wow. I wonder, let's see, which one is doing the glare? Is it this one? We're really getting the glare off one of these. Is it that one? Or let's see. I could turn that like that. Is it this? I can't tell where it's picking that glare up from. If I stand in front of there, let's see if it's not picking it up there. I will try to see if I wonder if it's, yeah, it's that way. What happens if I go this way? A little bit more like that. Let's see what's happening. We're trying, folks on YouTube. Hang in there. All right, that's good. That's not a glare. That's coming off. All right, perfect. That way, Matt, when he comes on, he'll be big, and then he will join us in the full screen. All right, now I got to check to make sure YouTube has sound. All right, Facebook, YouTube. There we go. Get off of that. Hit that. That. Nope, hit that. Let's go to lot. No, that's not it. This. No, I'm supposed to go there. And do I go here? No, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. We should be live. I don't know what is going on here. Here we go. That's it. God, I don't know what is going on. God, I don't. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's going on. All right, so I'm going to basically definitely have some. So I'm going to basically definitely have some. Why? I have to turn it down on YouTube. Definitely have to turn it down on YouTube. All right, where's the sound on YouTube? Alright, where's the sound? Alright, that's not going to work. This is the live. My sound is all the way down. That's That's where that's happening.
Sound is all the way down. That's where that's happening.
All right, I have sound. I just got to make sure it's still working. It is working. All right, we won't monitor YouTube tonight. We'll monitor. Sorry, folks on YouTube. Not able to monitor. I'm live, and if I monitor with the way that the speakers are set up, I'll monitor after the speaker once I disconnect the speaker. All right, so I'll be able to do that once, but right now with the speaker set up, I won't be able to do it, but everything's looking good. I'm pretty sure. I'll just go right back to the live real quick. And I won't be able to do it, but everything's looking. Yep. All right. Hang in there, everybody. This is going to be a fun one. We're at 8:17, so I'm good. Matt should be joining us soon. I should put on my microphone. There we go. Have this microphone right there. Get rid of that. Still haven't saved. I got to save to Facebook. I'll just do the Facebook saving right now. Facebook. All right. What's on your mind? Jeffrey, we're live on Facebook. There we are. Hit this for share. Groups. All right, let's see how far I can go with the groups tonight. I'm going to try. Super Nash, I am live. Okay, we got Lizen in. Hey, brother.
Nash.
What? Your sound's a little wonky. What's happening there? Why won't it? Oh, you must have the thing locked.
Why is mine up and down?
Because you got it locked. You got to go in and turn that lock off. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think that was a Verizon. I think we're getting sued by Verizon. I could hear you now. Can you hear me now? It's kind of iffy. Let me hear you. Talk. We're not getting good audio.
Oh, we are.
Now we are.
So I did a smart thing today. So I went over to my dad's and I picked up his iPad so I could read comments because I figured I can't see comments up there. So this way I could watch it here and read comments.
All right. Hey, can you text?
Technically,
No, you can't. You cannot text Nat. I got to text Nash to share it.
Yeah, my phone's up there.
I know. I know. I'm the only one with two phones in the world.
Well, you and every other dope boy in Cleveland, you know. I got two phones.
Who else has two phones?
All the dope boys. They got for their family and then a phone for the plug, you know.
Okay. I guess that's kind of mine's work and work. I'm not smart enough to have a club one. I'm just sharing right now. Get it in. We can't. We're live on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome everybody. 17. And Ross is going to try. He said at 8:45. We'll start at 8:30. Get things going. Start talking. And at 8:45, he's calling in on his way back. And I got it all set up for him to call in, and we can talk to him.
Oh, that's so awesome. I told you we would do it. It's like Man.
Yeah. I was like, yep. All right. I'm just sharing. Yeah, I'm a little.
Let me write a comment so I can see if I can read the comments. Somebody's on.
I'm still sharing it out there. I got a comment on YouTube from a guy that was out today, but because we're bringing Ross on, I can't turn it down on YouTube. I turn it down on my phone, but the YouTube's still coming through for some reason on the speaker. So, which was I didn't understand what was happening, but you know what? I just
It's still doing it now?
Well, no, I stopped monitoring YouTube. It's not going to do it if I don't monitor YouTube. Normally I could do it with the sound down, but this is the phone that Ross is calling in on. So it was so loud on the speaker. My alarm went off, which is like an R2D2 thing, and oh my God, I think I jumped out of my frickin' skin. It was like, I'm like, I'm here all by myself. That's just, boy. It's not always fun. That was not fun. I had to go change my jeans.
Yeah, I know what happens when you guys do that. You feel like buildings are shrinking. You gotta like water them so they grow bigger. Like stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens all the time. It's always happening. All right. Now let's go to share to Messenger. All right, I did that before, so these all should be part of it.
Randy, I don't think I have any rare bottles. 1792. I got store pick from Ohio today. I got my Cognac one that's closed signed. I got a half Cognac. And a couple sweet wheats, with one or two back there. That one that you want is the Ridgemont. I haven't been able to locate one. I was in Florida and they said they deliver one to your house for like $30, so I had shipped it. And they sent me a small batch again. Hence the reason why I have a handful of small batches here. I usually just keep the big one.
Nice. That.
I can read comment. And I know people are writing ones, so now I'm like, but that is super loud, bro.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's like the R2-3 PPO thing.
Yeah, that's what scared me. That wasn't. What's going on? Why am I getting feedback? All right, anyways. I gotta keep sending out stuff. I'm not getting feedback now. All of a sudden I got feedback. Isn't that weird?
I don't hear any on my side. You sound clear.
You didn't hear me say something twice?
No, sometimes I think you just do that to make sure that people heard you.
No, it was playing back on the speaker, but nobody heard it? That is weird.
No.
Alright. Hey, I'm cool. Alright. I'm almost done. There we go, Chris Thompson.
Take some iced tea. Where did come iced tea?
There we go. I got that up. And then I can monitor the comments this time. Now I'm wondering, is that going to show up? Is it going to hear that? No, I can't. I cannot monitor the comments because I need to have this. I just need to stop trying. Okay. He's going to call in, so I need the sound to be middle. All right. When he calls, it's going to be loud and scare the hell out of us, but we're ready to go. Did you pre-pour anything, Matt?
I just went up to get some iced tea, but yeah, I'm gonna pour some sweet wheat here in a second.
A foolproof from last. God darn it! A foolproof from last festival. I got a sweet wheat. I've got the 1792 Danny Kahn. That was the bourbon of the year. And then I have the bottled in bond single barrel select from Liquor Express. That would have come from Nash. And then I've got tonight's Ross's beautifully signed bottled in bond. Let's see, which way? That way? Sure. Let's do it. Let's see if I can get. Let's see. Wife's home. There's just so much stuff happening all at once. And it's okay. So now I got a text. Hey Siri, text Super Nash that we are live on Facebook and please share.
Sending to Martin. We are live on Facebook.
Martin?
And please
1-864-617-1580. Fire escape.
That's.
I don't got Nash's number now.
Do you realize that was 2 computers and a phone that did that?
That's kind of cool.
He had a shot at 3 texts from me from 3 different devices and the same text over and over. All right, so I did that.
Fancy. You're doing fancy stuff today.
Oh God, just all right. I gotta keep watching this no matter what. I gotta make sure that when he calls in at 8:45, we answer. All right.
That'd be a good idea, huh?
All right, so you're right there. So I got to put you a little bit more. That's perfect. Let's drop you down. That's good. It's almost 8:30. We still have 8:29. We can, real quick, Middle West Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. Check them out. They're 72,000 square foot. I don't know what just happened. Anyways, there's 72,000 square foot distillery that they just put up. They are starting to go into the third. My phone is doing stuff, but they're going to go into their 3rd year of distilling right now, and it's fantastic. But their craft distillery is still open right there in the heart of Columbus. Check out Middle West Spirits for tours, tastings, and then also their service bar restaurant is. It's unlike anything. You've got the great Middle West Spirits right there at their bar, and some fantastic chef-prepared food. It's a great time anytime you go to Middle West Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. We've got Whiskey Thief Distilling Company in Frankfort and their tasting room in the New Louisville area. But both places, the farm or the tasting room, you get unbelievable barrel pick experience. They'll have five barrels out there, and then what happens is, why am I not recording? Let's start recording. All right, the 5 barrels are out there. They will thief right into your glass a sample from each barrel. You can take your time, go out on their patio, smoke a cigar, sit by their open fire pit, or play some cornhole while you're doing this. And then and you can take your time thinking about it. And if you like one of the barrels, they'll have a rye. They'll have 2 bourbons. They'll have a rye, and usually it's around 7 years old. They'll have 2 bourbons, maybe a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old bourbon, and they'll have a wheated bourbon, and also they probably have 3 bourbons, 1 rye and a wheated bourbon, and you get to choose. And if you like one, you can thieve it right into your own bottle, whether it's a 375 like this one or a 750, and you get to leave with what you like and what you've tasted. Where can you taste every single bottle that you buy from a brand? That's what happens with Whiskey Thief at the Whiskey Thief Distilling Company in Frankfurt and their tasting room in Louisville, New area. Make sure that you check them out. Their staff is awesome. Ownership is awesome. You're just going to have an awesome time. And they are just like us, the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, uncut and unfiltered. And then you've got the Spirit of French Lick. They're still there in French Lick, Indiana. They're French Lick Winery and Distillery. Alan Bishop used to be the distiller there, and now he is at the old Homestead Distillery, but his whiskey is still aging there, and it's 10 years old, and it's freaking fantastic. We got to taste some at Bourbon on the Banks this past year, and their Maddie Gladden and their Lee Sinclair were amazing. This is their Lillian Sinclair, and this is like one of the kind of stuff. So if you're ever interested, contact me, and I'll let you taste this. This is something that I pride myself of letting people taste something that's special, Lillian Sinclair. But if you get into the French Lick, Indiana area, make sure you stop in at the winery. Tell them the Scotchy Bourbon Boys sent you. And then, Alan Bishop, Master Distiller, Old Homestead Distillery, has his own YouTube channel. It's One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute, where he answers all things about distilling, and he will answer your questions. If you see something, you have a question, you write into him. The next episode, he'll be answering those questions. It's whether you're a home distiller, whether you're a moonshiner, or whether you're a commercial distiller. He has a lot of answers, or if he doesn't, he's really going to look it up and find out the answer. So One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute. And then the cool one that he really has is If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything, where he takes the best of both worlds, the spirit industry and the spirit world, and he combines it into a podcast that you won't forget. So make sure you check out If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. So anyways, that's it. I'm ready to go. You ready to go, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Matt. Everybody, just to throw out, Matt is from Cleveland on the Rocks in the Brook Park, Cleveland area. You got to check out his videos. He is definitely part of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys also. He's been coming in on the podcast. If you've been watching, you'll notice that we'll have a couple different podcasts, and Matt will either be watching or be on. The next podcast on Tuesday, we have Echo Spirits, Echo Distillery coming on, and Matt is the Cleveland representative for Echo. And if you're in the Cleveland area and you on usually a Thursday night, is it?
Fridays or Saturdays. Tomorrow I'm at Proof from 4 to 6.
Yeah, if you know what Proof is in the Cleveland area, you could stop in and see Matt. He's there, but you better get there right around 4, because if you get there closer to 6, he's pretty much sold out all the Echo products by then.
Yes, sir. We do it.
Yes, so hopefully we get that, that all going and everything. So it looks like we're ready to get going. We'll get this going. Everybody who's come on tonight, Ross Cornelison should be joining us by car if we can make it work. I'm going to do this my best. I've done this before. I've had people on early on phones, but now I got speakers and everything, and I've got to hope it all works. It seems to be working, but technically, the first time I try something, a lot of times I am technically challenged, and we all know it. So, all right, here, I wonder how that happened. Wow, I'm going to just change this real quick. That's looking better. No, that was a little bit too much. Yeah, how about that? Yeah? Is that working? Yeah? Okay. Right there. Got to move that in. All right, so we'll get this road show we'll get this show on the road. I'm going to be wearing the shades tonight. There we go. When we were with Ross, I wore them and I recorded it, and I wasn't able to have enough time to download stuff, but I'll be putting out some of the pictures on Facebook if anybody wants to check that out. Right. All right. So you're gonna hear a brief. We're gonna hear the people that we're recording will hear a brief sponsor, and then we will get going by starting our theme song. Yeah! Woo! All right, welcome back to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Tiny here tonight, and I am going to be switching around every. Oh, that was a quick switch, and I got to come over here and hit that switch. That works out better for the recording. All right, in the house tonight we've got Matt Lisen from Cleveland on the Rocks. Welcome, Matt. Great to have you here. I would say we could say Cleveland on the Rocks, and I think it's getting to the point, AKA Scotchy Bourbon Boys, like an alter. Like, I'm clicking and writing that right now. That's yeah, and this is that new Air keyboard. Yeah, yeah, just comments. I'm just putting it in the comments right there on that Air keyboard. But anyways, tonight. Oh, I actually have an outline, so let's just see how that went. All right. Tonight we had boots on the ground here in Ohio. Me and Matt today. He up in Cleveland in the Brook Park area. By it wasn't that proof. Was he that proof today?
He was at Proof and Strong's from
11 to 1, and then he came down to Lakes Beverage, which is down by me in the Portage Lake area, and he was there from 3 to 5. And I was able to get off work a little bit early. You were able to get, both of us got to see Ross in our own backyards. It's just basically that he came to us, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Now, if anybody Well, if anybody doesn't know who Ross Cornelison, he is the master distiller at Barton 1792 Distillery. And one of the things that has been very, very unique, at one point a couple of years ago, Sazerac, instead of making Barton a tourist destination, they deemed it a working distillery, and they stopped all tours and just started concentrating completely on creating fantastic bourbon. And
that's about the time Ross came in. He was originally a a distiller at Ross and Squibb, which is MGP, and he came over. And Denny Kahn was the master distiller and was getting to the point where he was doing other duties in the company. I believe Denny's still there, and he works with Ross, and Ross has been the master distiller there, and you definitely can tell the difference in the last couple years in what the whiskey tastes like. And I always tell Ross, he knows we all know it's a team, but I tell him with the addition of him to the team, we all really like what's happening. Even today, um, he's going to. We're hoping he's going to be joining us in a couple minutes. In a couple minutes, he's going to come on the phone, and we're going to do everything we got to do. So we're going to give him some questions, see what it is, hang out a little bit. He's on his way back to Kentucky, so hopefully we can keep the connection going while he's driving back to Kentucky. But I mean, tonight's not just about 1792. It's about the understanding the people, the process, and the bourbon behind one of the most consistent names in the game. But I will tell you, they were tasting the small batch. And 1792 was one of the first bottles of small batch that I ever bought. And when you think about that, when they were tasting that, and you taste that small batch, that used to have a heavy oak flavor. It really tasted like big time heavy bourbon to me. And a lot of the small batches, when I first got in, they're all the other expressions. Foolproof at the time was just winning Jim Murray's whiskey Bible, whiskey of the year. I mean, they were doing some things, and when you tasted those other expressions, they were always better than a small batch. But I even think the small batch, since Ross has been there, has turned into something that is kind of special. Tasting it, it's a lot sweeter. There's just not as much oak. It's just kind of a fantastic thing. So he should be joining us. I mean, what's your take? What's your original take, Matt, when it comes to, you know, 1792? And we know, obviously, it's somewhat decent. Look at the bottles you got, right? Yeah, me too. And it's just what's really cool is now they had stopped it. I had taken a tour with Super Nash. I believe we took it in 2020. We had gone down we had tickets to the festival, and the festival was canceled because of COVID and everything. But distilleries were still doing minor tastings, and some of them were shuttered and some weren't. But when I went down there, we were able to do the 1792 tour, and that was kind of cool. And that's when I picked up the bottle signed by Denny, and we were down there and whatever, and tried some other stuff. And then when I met Ross at Scout and Scholar, and when he took the job, I got to, talking with him. He's such a great guy. And we set up a podcast for um, the week before the Kentucky Bourbon Festival of that year. And he even though there wasn't tours with the podcast, he took us through, showed us everything that he was doing, and we got that inside information of what he was doing and how he did it. And we got to see his desk on the way up on the fifth floor. I think it's the fifth floor of the distillery, right by the still. I mean, they had this really cool elevator. I put out a really cool, when he came and picked us up, we were going up this. I mean, it was cool experience. But now you watched Ross as you keep going, and you see him speak at the different, the festivals. This I think this year will be his fourth, but after those three festivals, to see him mature, grow up, do all the things that he, not that he wasn't, but he's been so open to everything. He's just been doing such a great job. So, and you got to meet him. When did you meet him for the first time? This year at the festival? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just making sure you didn't. Okay. All right. And then, uh, right. I mean, when we met him at New Orleans, I mean that was a much more intimate kind of place to see him because although Buffalo Trace and I mean Sazerac's backyard was the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. We went to the Sazerac house. He was pouring for us that night. We got to see him at the festival each night. We walked in. I think when we walked in the festival, that was the first. Uh, that was the first. I think. Um, Let me see. I got to make sure. I got. Uh, 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 I believe. Oh, there we are. There he is. I was just. All right. Let's see if I answer it. All right. Hey, Ross. We we can hear you. How's it going? We're wonderful. Matt, who you met earlier, he's joined us. He yeah, I mean, that was honestly, it was your Ohio tour, your introduction tour for Ohio. Have you ever been up here before? But you don't you have family up here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was. I got the feeling I was just watching each event in different place. Yesterday, you had a couple. Was it two events yesterday, or was it three? Did you do a dinner last night? Matt is aware of that place. So okay, and then today you were up in the Cleveland, and then came back down towards Akron, and now you're on your way home. But what's it like? What's it like to come to Ohio? I mean, in this capacity, when you think about it, when we met just a few short years ago, and what you're doing. But I mean, to do a tour through Ohio, and then you have in-laws here. I mean, are they what how do they react? Do they come see you, or were they, what I mean, were they like, what's going on, or but they just knew all along that you were just going to be a famous master distiller?
it really showed out as a state. I've been in a few other states or just regions of other states and done a few, tastings or signings, but Ohio was the biggest by a long shot. You guys love your bourbon and whiskey more than most. So it was very cool to experience that, and I met so many great people, and I guess I would call them whiskey fanatics. Is probably my best description. So I met a lot of passionate people, just passionate about bourbon in general, and then a few who were just, they started their whiskey journey with 1792, and I got to talk to them and hear their stories, and it was a good reminder of just how bourbon brings people together, and to see it in real life and be a part of those connections for several days up here it was a real treat. Miss being at the distillery and miss my family, but it was a very worthwhile trip.
Yeah, and then we're seeing a lot of you this year. Then I mean, you're just coming off of New Orleans, which I really think in New Orleans it was so cool to have you in your company's, like, that's their stomping grounds, right? I mean, the Sazerac house and everything that went on and how well they did it. And then, it was like there was that other sister brand there, and then there was you guys, and there was you, but there was nobody else. So I really think you got showcased really well in New Orleans. And then the whole party, the kickoff party that night, ending up at the Sazerac house, and with you serving. I mean, it was just amazing.
Yes, that was a bit of a last minute trip, if we're being honest, and I was a little iffy on how well it would go, but again, New Orleans was an absolute blast. So yeah, I'm getting out there a little bit more than I used to. But yeah, that opening night at the Sazerac House it was so funny to see, people like yourself and some other people who I know from Kentucky, all the way down in New Orleans that I normally see with Bardstown, and then also meeting other people who, from all over the country that were big 1792 fans. It was just, and I didn't think I was going to be the one behind the bar. I thought I was just going to be chatting with people, but honestly, that made the experience even a little more richer. So it was a very good time. And a lot of, well organized, a lot of great brands, people that I had met, but maybe I knew about, or brands I knew about. I, as a whiskey enthusiast myself, it really gave me the chance to go talk to people and learn about their brands in detail too, both on the large and small scale of the whiskey world.
Well, even a festival like New Orleans Bourbon Festival has Kentucky Bourbon Festival has some out NDPs, there that are associated with Kentucky, but they might be outside, different there where they started. But at the same time, the New Orleans Bourbon Festival had a lot of people from across, different brands from across the country, right? So when you think about that, I don't know why I'm getting feedback, but um, so did you get to meet people who in your prior work, they were using what you had distilled? You know what I mean? Brands that use where you were before. I mean, you get to talk. That's got to be.
Absolutely. I met a few, so it was again, it's like, oh yeah, I remember making that ash bill at previous distilleries, or like, why did you choose that one? Or hey, that's a unique finish that I would have never thought to put on that particular mash bill, or at that various age, or to do toasted or different mix of NDPs and small craft distilleries, and some of the big guys too. So, and again, that's where I met Matt. I believe was down in New Orleans. So just one more connection made all the way with the good folks from Ohio.
Well, just so you know, anybody that you Matt, you go ahead, talk real quick about meeting Ross.
I was saying the first night that I met Ross, you were doing the tasting, and I kind of got sidetracked before I got up to where the tasting room was and couldn't find it. And then I ended up coming in running back, and you poured me a free wheat and foolproof, pretty sure. And I was talking to you for a couple minutes, but then you had to go. Then the next day when we met you again on the roof, I think that was when we interviewed you on the pod. And then we actually got to talk to you, and I'm like, dude, he's super nice, man. This is awesome. That was probably one of the funnest trips there. It's insane. Well, good. Yeah. Well, definitely reciprocate the feeling. So it's good to know you now, man. That's for darn sure. But yeah, that was a fun trip to New Orleans.
I would say today when I was in line, I heard so much good things about you, about people who have met you before or people who just met you coming out. You know, I talked to a few people, and I mean, Ross, a lot of times they're like, he's so young. They say that, and I know you've heard that from the start, but at the same time, uh, I think that, you know, from the first time I met you at Scout and Scholar when Stacy, did the intro and said I had to meet you, there's an aspect of you that's everything right about what should be being done in the industry, and you aren't like, it's not like you're a child, but at the same time, you got a long career ahead of you, and people are gonna make it. I mean, they are finding out about you and liking what you do.
Well, I'm not sure what to say to that, except thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, it's been a really good career so far, and I love making whiskey, and I love people in and around whiskey as well. So it's hard not to go to work with a smile on your face, or when you get to go talk to people about whiskey, even though I'm an engineer by school. I can be a little soulful here and there, and it's just fun to hear people's experiences. So, but yes, cheers to hopefully a long career in whiskey with Cincinnati too. So it's a great brand, and I get to go out and represent it. But I know you've heard me say this before, and other people have too. But it's obviously not just me at that distillery. There's an incredible team, and I mean incredible, who help make the whiskey that we get to enjoy every single day. I'm always grateful for those folks, and always will be. So love working alongside them. So they teach me things, and I think I teach them things too. So a very nice complementary working relationship.
Well, and there's a combination of all parts of the distilling history being represented. I mean, uh, right? You still work with the old master distiller to some extent, correct?
Yeah,
Benny?
Danny Kahn, who was there from 2018 to 2022. I report to him now. He has a much larger role within Sazerac as their parent company, and he's one of the reasons that I was drawn to the role. Is he's he's a very good mentor, and from a technical and people side. Um, so yeah, just one more reason I get to say I learned good things from good people. Him being one of them.
Well, it's always good that the master distiller before you, Danny, doesn't leave, and then you're learning. I mean, everything. I'm sure when you have this question or that question, that you were running a lot of that by him, because it just would make sense to learn that about the equipment, whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, there's Danny, and then picture of it, and then he remembers it because he has a picture from 10 years ago of how this looked or how that looked, be it a piping configuration or the specifications on the previous pump for on the match side. I mean, you name it, Brian. He is the encyclopedia, as I call him. So all his knowledge and his technical side combined with some of my previous knowledge coming in, it's a really good combination.
All I could say is one of the coolest interviews at Kentucky Bourbon Festival, which would have been your first year, I believe, that you were there, was when you were up on the stage and you were up there with Freddie, No, and Brent Elliott, and
Yes.
and you were like you just Brent's has a lot of the same background you do, right? Loves the chemistry engineering kind of thing, and that's kind of we all know you, right? In your stories you wanted to make cereal, right?
You're on it. That's correct.
Yeah, and then CT took it one step further. He always takes cereals and mixes them with bourbons.
That's why he loves cereal so much.
Yeah. So
That's fine.
so overall the experience was awesome in Ohio, and I mean I just the amount of bottles going out, and also the release up here, you guys did it, Sazerac really delivered. I mean, it's just was a great experience all the way around.
Yeah, and that I don't know how many thank yous I said over the last few days to the team that is in charge of the state of Ohio within Sazerac, but they did an awesome job. OHLQ did a great job on some marketing aspects and helping organize. So yeah, I just had to show up and be a pretty face and say hi to folks for a couple days. I took all the real way for it. Let's be honest. So my hands a little tired, but outside of that, they're the ones who help make this reality.
So speaking of hand being tired, there's two questions. One, as far as your signature, which is for some master distillers, I mean, I think I have his signature on one of the. Let me see. It's got. I look at all the bottom, and he has a really nice signature. But your signature with the have you fine tuned it since you started, or did you just have a great signature to start off when you started there?
Oh man, I don't know if I've ever told you this story. I did not have a good signature or whatever. I still don't think it's that great.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's getting better. But I didn't know really like how to sign the bottle. So if you ever see a bottle where it's my name in block letters on the side of it, and just so you know, it's very hard to write my whole first and last name on this, like really in any capacity. The last name like Cornelison. Those are some of the first ones I signed, and I got a lot of flack over those from people at work and others. So I was like, all right, I gotta figure out a good signature then. So I guess I've been working on the signature too. So
Well,
not a very important part of my job, but it's getting better.
I'm impressed. As an artist, you got to come. Initially you have your regular signature, but when you start painting and signing paintings, there's a skill, and that's the same thing. What you've done it. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, I'm looking at Danny's right here. They can see it, and then you got Ross's right there, and that master distiller kind of thing on top, and then you really solved your last name problem. I mean, I love it. I think there's a dot on the I, right?
Yeah. I didn't too complicated there. I've seen him do both. I really like his.
Yeah. What was that, Matt?
I said they look
So I've been dying to ask you this. Did anybody ask you to sign the Taylor barrel proof? Okay. I just, okay. I guess that shows Ohio is their whiskeys, right?
They do. They are very well versed in their whiskeys. The amount of good technical questions I got, just talking with people online was really a lot of fun. Because it's like, oh, really enjoy your tour. I know you don't do it anymore, but it was one of my favorites. But I got a lot of technical questions. I got a guy who has done he's really into any all things fermentation, beer, wine, whiskey, and he had a bunch of questions about the different fermentations and sanitation practices in each of those fields and art. I mean that was a ton of fun just talking through that and making me think about things that I haven't fully done my own homework because of questions people ask me.
So you would say, as far as the, go ahead, Matt.
Let's say, is there a time when you guys are going to open up again for work tours? I was wondering that because we tried to get out one and I didn't know it was closed like a couple of years back. And they told us it had just closed like 6 months ago. Yeah, there is not any plans right now to open it back up. It's just so congested. So I never like to say never, but it's not very likely.
I mean, you're right.
Which is a bummer, but you can come to that's one of my favorite things that when people come to their barrel picks on site, it's be it retail or on-premise owners or groups. It's always fun to bring them around because they know just not a lot of people get to come through the distillery anymore. It's a lot of fun to host those picks, or if I'm not hosting them, other people from the distillery hosting them and show them just what such a cool place Barton is.
Yeah, and I think we went. Did we go to the 5th floor of that Rick House?
Yeah, we went. Man, I forgot about that. We went. It was 4th or 5th floor. Yep.
That,
Tried some delicious bourbon.
yeah, that, I think it's up at one of the top 2 or 3 bourbons I've ever tasted. That one was that was a special, that barrel. He,
How long was that? Was that an 11-year-old barrel?
it was a 12-year.
12-year. Okay. It was the one I'm thinking of. That's going into this year's 12-year blend.
So there's
It's on the 5th floor of the 8. Some of those are going to 12 years this year. So whenever we end up bottling that, there you go.
well, that's going to make
Know it's in there.
that's going to make it spectacular, and a lot. I think those barrels will make it a lot easier to make that batch. that is crazy. So in your 12-year, you have 13 some older stuff. I mean, the 12-year, it's like everybody, the youngest is 12, but you use also maybe 13s or what, that type of stuff.
Yeah, generally we're looking at, it's such a fun product to blend and have it come together, and one that takes more iterations than I'd really like to admit, but it's generally like 12 to 15 years old is where it's at, and it changes every year. At least since I've been there, it changes every year. Some years it's 13 to 14, some it's 12 and 15, 12 and 14. This year it's generally 12 and 13-year-old. So yeah, it's always a fun project to put together, and I want to make sure it's good. I think I've told you this before, but I treat it like our limited edition from the distillery every year. So good think about and get lots of samples from the barrels that we choose and that we think will be good for it, and then I get to blend and work with the quality team and the warehouse team on what is the right blend. So again, not just me. I make sure other people get to taste that delicious whiskey first too before we put
Well, 1792 always, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when I was getting into this, and not that I never drank bourbon, but this 1792 is what I purchased as far as one of the first two bottles I purchased when I started getting into bourbon. Like I had Taylor or Jack Daniels or Jim Beam before, but the 1792 was like the first that it was a small batch, and it was also a Jefferson's. So those were the two I had, and they were up on my storage shelf for my bourbons was in my bedroom on top of the curio cabinet. So it was like until that was going to collapse. Um, but the 1792 has there is a flavor profile that 1792 has, similar to a Beam or whatever, and that big still that you guys got just puts that flavor in. But a lot of times back then, I always thought it was a little oaky or that flavor. But I just opened your bottled in bond that you signed today, and I'm sipping on it, and it's there, but there's so much sweetness, and it's a lot it's not as heavy. And I love what 1792 has done as a brand to, you know, to become I mean, I think it's doing this and people getting those bottles today, they're all going to see. I mean, you had the foolproof Jim Murray's 2020 whiskey of the year thing, but I think the whole brand has just something that's special. I mean, I really like what's happened every time. I mean, I see I'll see it, or there'll be a release, or there'll be something. I want to buy it.
Well, good. Well, thanks. Yeah, that's do you have the Ohio
Nope.
standard?
I wanted to drink the standard because the Ohio picks it's that has nothing to do with blending. It's picking a good barrel that's aged. But when it comes to well, they do have to, when you do pick that barrel, it does have to, as a bottled in bond, it has to be reduced to 100%, proof down. But at the same time, the bottled in bond that you release at 100% is what you guys want it to be. And I always find that's a special thing.
Yeah. No, it's we are very very meticulous about those blends. I know you and I have talked about bottom and bond, but I find we find ourselves talking about small batch even more, and that's there's the 200s, there's the 375s, there's 750s, and 175s a small batch, and more often than not, that's going to be someone's first taste of a 1792 product. So do we take care of bottom and bond and make sure those products are great? Yes, they're allocated, and you make sure they're well done. But it's so important from a quality standpoint to focus on the flagship with ours being small batch, and making sure one that it's consistent, but two that it's well balanced in all of the notes that we want to hit for what our product is, between dry spice and that really heavy yeast influence, with those really nice vanilla ester notes, and then a wonderful amount of oak and vanilla and butterscotch and brown sugar. Everything you get from the barrel, it just wraps it all into a well-made product. So yeah, Bourbon being the same way, just a little extra fruit at 100 versus the 93.7 small batch. It helps. It helps a lot.
Well, and it's kind of cool, and I love what's happening in the industry is that there's, like, for instance, at this release, there was a decent amount of what you had. You had cases of sweet wheat, you had cases of Taylor, and it used to be when we'd have these releases, there was 3 or 6 kind of thing. And now when you come out, you can bring it and we're getting to the point where everything's been, you have a certain decent amount of stock to do what you want to do. Now, have you found that in your small batch, have you been able to get a little bit more aged product in there, or is it pretty much still the same? You just have a little bit more. I mean, how is that working when you make that small batch? Because you were tasting that today, and on the way out, I thought it was when after I tasted it, I tasted the rich caramel that was in there and that sweetness, plus the 1792 flavor profile, and I thought, man, this is what you need to do, because there's a lot of people that drank 1792 a while back, but they are not, they have a different, it's different. I mean, I'm just saying that they're revisiting something, and they're like, I mean, that was the thing to taste to get them back on to 1792 small batch.
Gotcha.
That was a big question.
I think I can answer that. Age, age is important, and there are certain ages that I look to hit, but really, I am more focused on, I guess, what I'm calling like degree of maturation. So, we talked a little bit about single barrels, and we store those always at the top of our warehouses generally. But like small batch, I'm looking at, do I add in barrels from the middle, top, and bottom for small batch? Do I take barrels just from the middle? But everything matures so differently in our warehouses. That's where the blending and understanding, all your variables for maturation come into play. Because your base bourbon, what's going into the barrels could be pretty consistent, but where you're pulling barrels from, making sure that's more consistent from a maturation standpoint is really the for making small batch, good day in and day out.
That's,
That answers your question.
yeah, completely. I just, the small batch, I mean, I'm just, when you just say that now, where you guys differ a little bit from the other, you guys do just rick houses that are resting naturally, right? Cold and hot. You don't actually heat any rick houses, or do you?
Correct. We do not heat our warehouses at 1792. So we'll occasionally close some windows here and there, but they are generally open air, and get to experience all of the wildness that is Kentucky weather.
And where you're located right there, and anytime you're in Bardstown, as you come over, and there's like a valley, and you just see. I remember going there in 2019, and there was maybe a one rick house, and now when you come, there's many rick houses. It's so, and your still is, I mean, the size of your still is. Are you the second largest still in the country, or the?
Oh, no, no, no. We're not in the country. We're 6 foot in diameter. There's 7 and 8 foot. I don't know if there's anything bigger than 8 foot in diameter. So don't quote me on that. But we're not small, that's for sure. But we aren't the biggest still around.
Okay. I mean, it's a phenomenal, when you see it. That is one of the coolest things. I mean, like the whole thing is that distillery is a working distillery, and it is got, you feel the what would you say, the industrial aspect of what it does, when how it looks, and it's designed. It's not designed for visitors as much as it's designed for just making good whiskey. That's the way I would put it. I mean, yeah.
That is, it's, someone told me, the word I've heard a lot today, and still today, was authentic. It's a very authentic place in that aspect. It's a little gritty, but this is truly how bourbon has been made and continues to be made, in the United States for a very long time. And it's working process, absolutely, but there are certain places that you really need to make sure you honor tradition. And I think we do that.
So here's a question: have you upgraded your office at all, or is it authentic?
My office has not changed. The one thing I added was a little extra shelving. I got a little square shelf from IKEA, and because I was running out of room for samples, so I had to one either need to drink more of those samples or share more of those samples, which I tried to do quite a bit, but I was running out of space. So that's about the only change. Still have that old desk that we almost broke for the podcast we did up there. Yeah, it's not much has changed.
The office chair was amazing. It's just, I mean, that was okay. So I mean, that just kind of keeps you in touch with the whole thing, right?
Oh yeah, I'm up there some, but I'm not up there as much as you would think. I'm out on the plant. I'm up at our barrel warehouse team. They just got a really nice new office and break room since theirs had been not upgraded for quite some time. So I'll spend a good amount of time up there and make sure they're getting all the attention they need with everything that's going on as a pretty large department. So yeah, my time is I kind of just walk around with my backpack to various departments the whole day. Not too much office time.
Yeah, I get that. That as a plant manager, there's most if you got to make sure everything's happening, and then sometimes you spend it where you got to put yourself where either they're lacking because of someone didn't show, or they're lacking because something broke down. It's just
Yeah,
it's just every day, right?
yeah. Every day. We try not to have breakdowns every day. We're on a pretty good streak, so knock on wood if there's some around.
Well,
But it's yeah, we have a great maintenance team and engineering team on site as well. So
well,
it takes the whole village of Barton. So
maybe not the still is breaking down, but you have bottling plant, you've got I mean, there's so many how your forklift can break down. It's just there's a lot of things that can break down when you're running a when you're, and like you said, you have your plant manager who takes pictures and everything like that, so they deal with it. But then if the problem's too big, that's when you get to come in.
yes, yes it is. Yes it is.
So,
So
all right.
all right, Johnny. I think I'm
Yes.
gonna hop off here and call my wife and let her know where I'm at.
Well, I hope we helped you pass some time.
You did. I really appreciated this. This is a good way to keep myself nice and alert through the country roads to Kentucky here. So it was great to see you. Great to see you as well, Matt, and all the bourbon enthusiasts that I kind of knew were in Ohio, but didn't realize in such a large quantity. So yeah, absolutely amazing couple of days spent up in your great state, and hopefully I'll be back there sooner than later.
That'll be great. I mean, you're making a great name for 1792, you and your team. So thanks for doing this, Ross. Oh, we really appreciate it. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Cheers, y'all. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Take care.
All right. Good night. All right. I shut that off. That went well, huh? All right. All right. So Matt, talk a little bit about your love for Sweet Wheat.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with sweet wheat. The first time I ever had sweet wheat was probably about 2 years ago when I had to search for about 8, 9 months to find one. And now I have a lot of friends that can find stuff for me, so I can always locate one. And I think I have an extra over there, an open one here. I think there might be another. There might be another one later on here as well. But
I think there was a port. I think there was a port and a cognac. Yeah, and you got the cognac, right? I mean, yes, and they have a bottle that was and the foolproof is fantastic. And I just want to take this. I'm gonna, Danny's um Cons 1792 foolproof. This was the one from when it was the whiskey, the 2020 whiskey of the year, and we went on that tour with Nash. And I just remember getting this bottle. And after Nash had sent up the foolproof, and I thought it was that pick, and I'll show you the pick. I want to say it's right here. This is the 12 year, but this 12 year is before Ross. This full proof was a Sazerac Barrel Select that got that from the festival. That's from Kentucky Bourbon Festival that I didn't get signed. I don't know how that happened. And then I got the sweet wheat right here. And then there's the full proof that Danny signed. I say Danny, but this is the bottled in bond. The other full proof that the Charlie's that was sent up. I remember we got it and we did a meeting, right? And Nash bought a case. He sent up 6 bottles, I think, and he sent them all up, and everybody in the group got one, and we all had a tasting, and everybody was like, "Holy crap, that's hot!" It was everybody was like, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's not the greatest." And then we did the tour, and I got this bottle, and then I drank it, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what it's supposed to taste like." Mm. Dude, just so you know, this foolproof that's 5 years. And I'm telling you, it tastes like vanilla ice cream. Holy crap. Hmm. I have a so 1792's bottle is awesome. You can't say it's not. It's just this beautiful gold thing. And then it makes you think of colonial times, right? 1792, really? We're before the Whiskey War, but after the Revolutionary War. Um, the my God, is that good? It's like it blows your mind, but I've loved it forever. But a lot of times, besides the foolproof, like this 12 year is a little bit oaky. But I'm thinking that, like I said, I think Ross becoming part of the team at 1792 has basically, his team and the people working, they've decided not to do oak like they used to. I mean, I taste the flavor profile in this foolproof, and in that bottled in bond, but not like I used to. Same thing with the small batch tonight. So it's been kind of good. So what do you got there right now? What's all your bottles? Tell me what they all are. Or is it you got sweet wheat, right? Okay. One, Sazerac doesn't just let you do barrel picks. They have a lottery system that I'm in. And well, usually when you win it, you do what you won it for. Yes, yes. And rye, and yeah, it's like you're not getting to choose it now. 17 I mean, the state of Ohio, we could talk to Ann and ask to go down on a pick. I wonder if they do a sweet. That's our best shot, is through the state of Ohio. Go down on that and see what happens. You know what I mean?
If you remember when we had Anna, she said, what would be a single barrel pick that we could do through Ohio that you guys think would sell out super quick? And what did I name?
Sweet.
I named the sweet wheat. That would be the easiest thing. An Ohio sticker and a sweet wheat bottle would be so awesome. I mean, so the single barrels, I haven't opened it yet, but this has got to be fantastic. This one's 8.5 years. Russ was telling me all about it when we were down there. So your bottle and bond was supposed to be fantastic too. And what was the third one that they did? Oh, a full proof. Jimmy got a full proof. So basically, between the three of us, we have the 3 Ohio picks and can ride through all of them together. Like, that would be great.
That would be.
I think that'd be a fun thing.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Do you have a cognac there? Or no?
No, I've only had cognac at the festival.
Okay. Yeah, we had it in New Orleans, man. Remember? Because
Yeah,
you were like, what do you want to say?
I had it in New Orleans. I had cognac in at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I mean, when cognac is available at a festival, I'm in. I do like cognac. And I was tempted to get that bottle because they had cognac at the, I mean, I wish that I just did not have a suitcase or the way to get it back, and that is an issue when you travel on, what would you say? Although they did lose my Dark Arts honey finish bottle for like a week. They did did they refund your baggage?
No,
They refund.
because I didn't tell them that my bottle's broken there, so they didn't do it.
Well, yeah, mine didn't break, but I didn't get it for 5 days, and they did refund my money.
Oh, that's nice.
So they refunded the
See, if we were
35.
there, if we went to Sazerac and your head was in the right place that morning, you would have been like, you know what? I need to get a cognac because I had it and it was $39. I'm like, come on, bro, you have to get one of these.
I could have put one more in. I agree, but at the same time, when I know the travel problems. What you did, I guarantee you, I was just like, you had bought whatever, but you know what I mean? Next time you'll probably get 3 or 4, not, what was it, 15?
Well, okay, so here's what's gonna happen next time. I've decided already. So Donna has been so nice to upgrade our luggage to hard outside the luggage. So that solved the problem of them when as we saw them when they had to start shoving the bags and things.
It was
They're like,
beyond chucking. It's beyond chucking.
they're fucking horrible. That's like, look, they're unloading our bags. They're unloading. I'm like, really? They're in the air. Like, how tall are they being? I'm like, what are we doing? How are we landing this thing? 6 feet? Like, why? That was ridiculous.
I agree.
But honestly, I've learned that I do need to get more of those pump up bags with a little pump and then do it. And then I was told today by a gentleman that I wait in lines all the time with. He told me that there's these things called wine something bags, and they're on Amazon. They're bubbled on the inside, and you can like sticky the top, and then if it does break, it won't get all over your clothes. So that would have solved half my other problem too. So
You could
I'm
just
gonna.
buy an 8 bottle um bag that you check just separately. It has little slots in foam, and it'll hold up to 8 bottles. It's expensive, and then it's a full checked bag. You know what I mean? Although it wouldn't have been any different than before. We would have both had 2 carry-ons plus that bottle bag, but you would have had to have the bottle bag in the carry-on to start off.
Is it the same size as the carry-on, or is it like a full-size luggage thing?
It's not full. It holds 8, and it holds them. They go this way, that way, this way, that way. I think it.
And then when you open it, they're on both sides.
No, it's not. It's not designed for close. It's like half and half for the bottle with the foam. You nestle it, you close it. It's got a hard. It's kind of like made of the stuff that your phone case is made. It's like not Kevlar, but something like that to basically take the beating. Yeah, just go on Amazon and search airplane luggage bottle bags. That would be my guess. But that wouldn't it doesn't help you like with this bottle. It's the cutouts are for this. I I would say that based off of how it closes and everything, you'd have to kind of maybe you could go in and cut out the foam before you left. Yeah, if you yeah. So wanna finish up by barrel bottle breaking down sweet wheat? Ah, that was really cool to have Ross join us. I wanted to show, did you see real quick, I just wanted to call up, I'm going to share the screen. Let's get this over. Drop this. Lots of pictures I took, but I haven't even looked at them. All right, so let's see. I'm going to share screen. All right, there it is. So you can see that, right? Is that's I like that with the sweet wheat. It's just like I love it. You don't look it doesn't look exactly like me or anything, but it looks enough like me to pull it off. That's kind of cool. And then let's see. Here we go. There we go. Me and Ross. It's I think she took was kind of cool, but 38. Okay, here's another. This is another one. There we go. All right. Yeah, Ross she could have did she oh, there we go. It's like so that's kind of cool. That's cool. But and I think let's see, is that yeah. I mean, they weren't as well set up there as they were with you with everything. You know what I mean? They really had a good backdrop for yours. All right, so there we go. I got it. That's I wonder what that's gonna look like when oh, it should just pop up on the thing. All right, that's cool. Um, yeah, let's barrel bottle breakdown. I will throw out that it's open. We have our sponsor of Old Louisville. Our sponsorship has ended, so there is sponsorship. What would you say? Availability to the barrel bottle breakdown, and it's a good one. If anybody wants any information about it, because honestly, we have it at a level and it'll be one of the premier spots because I will start posting with every post that we do once a week at least a barrel bottle breakdown of a bottle that your name will be on the posts. So that's going to be a kind of a cool thing. So I haven't started actively putting that out there, but it's there. So we're gonna do sweet wheat, right? I've I've got. I was looking. I love my collection of 1792. Um, I should try real quick. I'm going to try that foolproof that Nash sent up because I still have some of that. And it's funny because that is one of the first things he's ever sent to us, to taste. And I still have, here it is, a little bit. And I wonder after 6 years, and this tells you, one of the things that's cool about Sazerac, like that single barrel that I did not of Taylor, and I got it, and all of a sudden it was good when it was down to this much. I was like, really? Now it's gonna do that? So let me just, here it is. It was Charlie's. You can see that little thing right there, and this is what Nash. So that's how much I have left. Now that foolproof with Danny was phenomenal. Now I wonder, I don't know, what is foolproof? What's the proof on this? Let's see.
Are
they all 125?
I mean, mine's 125. It is 125.
Where does it say,
62.5.
where does it say it?
It's right on the bottom left-hand side below Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Should say 62.5, right?
There it is. These are not working.
The proof does vary in us. You see, oh, dude, I even have my 1792 bracelet that I got from Ross from Kentucky.
That's awesome. 62.5, 125 proof. They're all 125. I wonder what yep, that might be it. Because it's just foolproof, and that's what it means, right? It's just kind of, when you say foolproof, it's not barrels.
Right? Right back to what same as what it goes in, it comes out. Okay. Now see this one? Doesn't taste like vanilla ice cream. This one tastes like a little bit of caramel, and it definitely has the oaky 1792 profile, like the really oaky one. Yep. I do have the KBF one right here that I haven't opened. But as what? Yeah, Steve he owned that festival. What does Steve do for a living? Okay. So he's part of like a quarry? But does he does he does he run the heavy machinery, or does he have ownership? He is a rep. Yes, he is, and he could be an executive salesperson. All right, that makes sense. That ties it together. Rock. He would have loved my father-in-law. My father-in-law worked for Telsmith and then Lippman, and they are rock crushing machinery. They make machinery for rock crushing. So that's what once they dig all the gravel out of the pit, then they got to crush it to the right size so that they can make asphalt or cement. All right, so you got your sweet wheat poured? All right, we are going to do the Scotchy Bourbon Boys barrel bottle breakdown of 1792 sweet wheat. 1792 sweet wheat is a product that me and Matt love. Me and Lizen love. I mean, you could just say it. It is a wheated bourbon, and it's made by Sazerac. So we're talking Weller, we're talking Pappy, and this is 1792's version of it. They do fantastic things with it. I'm waiting for the sweet wheat 12 year. That'll be cool. You know, then you're really getting into some fun stuff. But our barrel bottle breakdown rating scale is based off of 4 different categories. You can get up to 4 knocks on the barrel for the nose and the body. And then you could get up to 5 knocks on the barrel based off of the taste and the finish. But if there's an exceptional category, you can give it a butt up, only one butt up, even though sometimes we break the rules. And you could get a total score of 19 out of 18. But with that said, we're ready to go. I'm got this in my Scotchy Bourbon Boys tasting Glencairn. And all right, Matt. So we're nosing this thing. Yeah, I would say like dark toffee, almost a little, and then wow. I just picked up a little milk chocolate right at the bottom. I just went to say what I was going to say, and all of a sudden it was there. I can't wait to do this year's tasting because we're going to be having Heath bars. Oh God, the nose on this. And this sweet wheat has been open for a bit. I have 2 sweet wheats. I don't know how I got 2 sweet wheats, but I do. I think. Yeah, I have 2 open at about the same fill level. I gotta say. This one, yeah, they're the same, and one's one and one's another. So this one right here, I mean, but I have to say, one of my favorite times was not last year's festival, which was good with Ross, but the year before, if you remember, the 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 night of Bourbon in the Air, Buffalo Trace was there along with 17, but they had a split booth. But on the night of Bourbon in the Air, Buffalo Trace wasn't there that Thursday night, but Ross was there serving sweet wheat. You were there. Now, did you go to? Was last year the first festival you got to go to because you just came down for the bus tour before? It's crazy that it sold out in 2 days. Well, the amount of people who want to go now is insane. All right. So what are you giving? I'll let you go first on the nose. How can I do I just want to know how I do a half of a knock. Okay. If it's 3.6, go 4. If it's a 3.4, go 3. That's the way I always look at it. Okay. I have a question. Is this your first barrel bottle breakdown actually on the show? Okay. So there's a banana caramel. I'm still trying to get that milk chocolate I had. I do like it too. I'm also going to give it a 3. All right, let's see what it does in the glass. We'll roll this baby around. That's what it's known for. Wow, look at that. The full roll. Martin Duffy would be proud of me. Hey, what kind of glass you want to use? These are actually made in England. Yes, they're European. So it sticks really nice. So what's the proof on this? Yep. For 91.2, it does a nice things. The legs are they're a little thin. They're not as thick, but they're long. They extend the length of the glass. It's like glycerin. Yes, the mouthfeel is I would say it's a satiny mouthfeel. Very soft. It reminds me of if my wife was putting bed sheets and pillowcases on and she had the choice of what to put on the bed, this is what it would be. Like that analysis? So, same thing. That second sip was so good. As far as the body goes at 91.2, I would say that it's also um it covers the roof of your mouth, the tongue, under a little bit under your tongue, but it doesn't hit the cheeks. But a lot of flavor. I give it a 3 also. And that's pretty good for usually a weeder is a little bit smoother and little. It doesn't have the big body, but man, the flavor goes around your whole mouth. It delivers the flavor. All right, we head into the fives. You can give it up to a 5 on the taste. The oats. All right, hold on. Mhm. So Walker says he got a cinnamon and brown sugar note. Kurt, you got to reload it. Wow. That's what I just did. Kirk is there. You mean sweet wheat foolproof? I mean, there's no Pappy Van Winkle foolproof. So it's like usually with weeders, what's okay? So we do have the William Dalton foolproof weeded bourbon on that. I mean, that is a good one to go by. That's one of my favorite bourbons of all time. All right. So it's my turn. No, Dalton was the blue one. Dalton's the other one than Lillian. And that Dalton now has the 6-year has surpassed the 5-year. Once it's open, it really has. So anyways, all right. I get the hearts, but I'm not getting the updated comments. So I will update real quick. I'll just keep updating because I learned how to do this. And then, all right, hold on. All right. Okay. Jamie Siegel says larceny. Yeah, larceny is a foolproof. Yes. And that is Stacy, good to see you. All right. So I am going to it's my turn to go, right? With the taste. You started, no, you started with nose. I went first. Okay, so you're first on the taste. What are you going to give the taste out of 5? What? Probably, although, like when you think about this, here it is. It's this. I'm gonna grab my. No, I won't right now because we're staying right on it. I think we're both on the same batch of sweet wheat too. It's from last year. Um, I'm going to give. So one of the things that's so unique about the wheated bourbon that they've done and the smoothness. I mean, the silkiness, not the smoothness. You can't. It's but the easiness of drinking this. I mean, it's so easy, and it's got a really nice sweet note, but it also pulls the Barton's flavor profile. You know what I mean? You know you're drinking Barton's. I mean, even though it's the wheat and the. So I don't know the mash bill of this exactly, but hey, let's try it. Hey, Meta, are you there? Oh, I'm going to try.
Respond. There we go. Hey, Meta, are you there? Okay. What is the mash bill of sweet wheat from Barton's Distillery?
It's a big deal. The tank failed, spilling around 120,000 gallons of fermented mash, injuring 2 workers.
No. Oh, stop. Okay. Hey, Meta, what is the mash bill of sweet wheat from the 1792 Barton's Distillery?
So,
Okay. Not happening. I'll give it one more shot. Hey, Meta, are you there?
Yep, I'm still here.
What is the mash bill of sweet wheat from Barton's 1792 Distillery?
It's 75% sweet wheat, 21% corn, and 4% malted barley.
75% wheat, sweet wheat, 25%, 21% corn, and 4% malted barley. So 75% wheat and 24% corn. I don't know. I mean, honestly, when you think about that, that's, I don't know what is the, we don't know the mash bill of Pappy or Weller, right?
no, because I don't think they disclose them.
All right. So you gave it a 4?
Yeah. I think that proof just kind of kicked it down from a 5, because honestly, the taste of it's just fantastic. But I think if the proof was a little bit higher, it'd be a little.
Well, I know why you go for it. I mean, it's really good, and it's, you know, it's easy. It's an easy drink, and the flavor you don't have to think about, right? So I will agree with you. There's a cream corn aspect to this, which is like a lot of the wheat whiskey that I drink or the wheat bourbons have a lot more caramel or a lot more that flavor that's there, but the sweet wheat has like a sweeter, and so I will give it a 4 also. So the most complicated part of this, in my opinion, is I can't tell if this is long or short as far as the finish. Can you?
Yeah, I don't think it's as long as, say, like your Joseph Magnus or something of that magnitude, or your Larceny Barrel Proof or something. I don't think it doesn't linger around like that. Or like rye seem to waft in your mouth a little longer.
So it's between medium and short.
Finish, but
what?
Yeah. This doesn't have that ringing in your cheeks where it just stays around for a while like a rye, or you know what I'm saying?
Or at the back of your throat and doing a little bit extra. I mean, I get the sweet corn, and right now I still can taste it kind of at the roof of my mouth, but it's not. It's lingering, not finishing, right?
Yes.
So the finish ends and then it lingers. Whereas a lot of times, a long finish, it finishes and finishes, and some don't even linger, but the lingering is bizarre. But I would give.
This one just kind of.
I would have
your mouth and stays there.
Right. And there's nothing unpleasant, but there's nothing
super special about the finish, right?
I agree. One noted.
So I'm going to say that the finish is 3 out of 5.
I think I'm gonna stick with you on that because it doesn't have that long lasting finish. I think the proof holds it back from rating higher. Honestly, it's just a good everyday sipper, and it's cheap, easy, pretty readily available at this point.
How much is wheat wheat? You know.
$39.
Okay, so it's an everyday, a $40 bottle isn't a $20 bottle. It's definitely right now we both rated it straight up a 13 out of 18, which is no slouch. But I mean, where do you get the larceny? Yeah, for larceny, but larceny brings the heat. You know what I mean? In my opinion, larceny has a way spicier than this. I mean, this is definitely your drinker right here, and I can see you going through bottles of this, Matt.
I do all the time, like at least 2 a year.
Which is like, all right. So the Scotchy Bourbon Boys barrel bottle breakdown of Sweet Wheat is a 13 out of 18 for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. That was awesome. All right, so I know everybody's probably chomping at the bit. I'm going to update this one more time. All right, turn it down.
Kirk said he's blending the Weller Foolproof with the Sweet Wheat. That sounds fantastic.
Kurt says $50, $60 in the Rockies. And then you will get the finish if you blend it with the Foolproof. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I think that would bring it out. That proof that's okay. If this was at 100, 105, I think that would be the super sweet point for this, and that would have just fluid that thing all the way up, and that would have been like the perfect pour.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yes, you wish that this was a higher proof and whatever, we do all that, but we're just basing it on what it is, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
For what it is, it's a very good everyday sipper, so I think it just kind of works.
So let's just quick finish up for the audio. It's been a great podcast, everybody, and then we're going to bring it on like we always do. I'll send out a link for you guys to come on for a little bit. I'm going to stay till about 10:30 and then go upstairs and do whatever. Probably have a figure out something to eat, considering I didn't eat much all day. And I would say I had a handful of chips, and that's it. That's what I had to eat today. A handful of chips. I went to Starbucks this morning and I had the egg bites, but I took a bite and then dropped them on the floor of the truck, and there was no 10-second rule involved with this. Nope. So that's what I had for breakfast. Lunch I worked through so I could go up and see Matt. I went up to see you and Ross, and then came back, and there was a bunch of crunched up chips at the bottom. I had those, and then I took my vitamins and came down and got the podcast ready. So there you go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us, Matt. I really appreciate you filling in tonight. That was fantastic. We definitely understood 1792, and we had a great time with Ross tonight. We had a great time with Ross when we went to meet him, and a great time with Ross in New Orleans. But we gotta, one of these times, invite him out to the as Randy Prassy, president, says, the farm before the Bourbon Festival. So we got let's get Ross on the bus tour.
Oh man, that's awesome. See, now I got his number too. We can hit him up. But that works.
Yep, that definitely works. All right, everybody. Hey, do your thing for Cleveland on the Rocks. Let everybody know about that, because if you know the difference between the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, we don't compete. Although they do bottle analysis, but Cleveland on the Rocks is all alcohol. If you like beer, that's a place. I mean, Matt and his crew know beer. They know barrel-aged beer. They know regular beers. And then, I don't know, do you do wine?
I keep the wine. I have a whole wine rack of stuff that I build charcuterie boards and do wine tastings with my mom and my aunts, but it's not like an online type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of drink wine and then, family stuff. So, but we do review beers. We do review bourbons. We review any kind of mixed cocktails we can come up with and kind of just have some fun with it, do all kinds of videos. I'll be posting videos on Mondays and Thursdays here coming soon. I've had a lot of family stuff going on, so I haven't been able to put it out every week. So I knew I was going to be able to, so I figured I'd build up some videos, start putting them on there, and then have them on every week after that. So
you also do tequila.
I do tequila every once in a while as well. Those are not so fun nights when I have to wake up in the morning, but I've been learning that I can, eat white bread before I go to bed, and it just kind of soaks up tequila in your stomach.
All right, everybody, www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We got Glenn's t-shirts. Soon, CT has really upped the game. I mean, if you watch a couple of those podcasts, we got special event Scotchy Bourbon Boys t-shirts, and anybody sees one that they like, if you contact CT, he can get you one of those t-shirts. Plus, these are my jam. And also, check out the website for all of our bio and everything like that. And then also check us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. Also, iHeart, Apple, Spotify, and any other place you can listen to us. But whether you listen to us or you watch us, make sure that you find a way to show your support, whether it's become a member or subscribe, become a member, to leave super chats on YouTube. Anything and everything goes right back into the podcast. And I'd like to keep the $15,000 losses in the business, to a minimum. It's just a joke. Anyways, and then also, I think we just covered everything right there. Or leave us really good feedback on Apple. Apple is a place where you get rated, and anybody that listens, just go to the Apple podcast thing and just write a nice little review for us. Give us 5 stars and get our rating up. I challenge anybody listening to get our rating up. All right, and that leads us into good bourbon equals good times and good friends. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly, and make sure you live your life uncut and unfiltered. And here comes AI to take us out. And everybody else, if you're on Facebook and YouTube, especially on Facebook, there'll be a link to join us, and we'll stay on until about 10:30, 10:45 tonight.
Rising boots on the floor, working hard all day till you can't no more. Life rolls on, but the choice is yours. How you play it out when you walk through that door. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's what the Scotchy Bourbon Boys got in store. Tuesdays, Thursdays, come pull up a seat. We'll taste through the whiskey on the rocks and eat.
I will throw that out.
So I got a question.
Hold on. All right, let me why don't
You're gonna post the link. So check this out. So is there a way to take your voice into AI so AI will have you singing a song?
Yeah.
Well, why haven't you done that yet?
Rachel? What? Matt asked why I haven't had AI take my voice and have it sing the song. I don't know why I haven't. What? Because my voice sucks.
See, Jeff, you're so hard on yourself. I don't understand why you're so hard on yourself all the time doing stuff. I mean, you remember your keys on your phone and your glasses and stuff, but you forget that you can sing a song at the end of a video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that'd be pretty dope.
Okay, so the way this is going to work, since you're the younger of us, I will do it, and then you decide whether or not that's going to happen.
Okay.
Because I can guarantee you, Roxy, her whole life has told me that my voice does not sound good.
Well, it didn't sound like she said that a minute ago when you asked her.
Yeah, she knows. She knew what she was doing to me.
That is a supportive young lady, right?
That right there was evil genius.
No, it wasn't. She's supporting her husband, saying, "You know what? You rock that thing, Jack. You do your thing. Put a cheap hat on and rock that song out. And, you got this."
I would say that was what you asked me to do with doing that with AI is telling AI to put me in a Speedo.
That's not what I said at all. I don't think Roxy's going to give you a thumbs up on that one either.
Hey, John. Good to see you.
What's going on, motherfuckers?
What did you think about that? Did you like it?
Dude, Ross calling in on his way back to Kentucky was badass.
That's that.
Hey, Matt sucked, but that's cool. So that's fine.
Matt sucked. Oh, all I could think about.
I'm kidding, brother. It was all good.
Hey, Walker.
Hey, how are you, Tony?
Walker, how are you, buddy?
John, I'm well.
You finished all your stuff you needed to do, or you're still studying?
I'm still studying a little bit, but you got the harder ones out of the way for the most part. I got a little bit of work left to do, but I'm getting there. I got a lot done today, and they were pretty confident in it. They liked it, so.
Good.
Tony, could you hear me yelling into my phone when you were saying, like, I don't know, what proof is foolproof? What proof is foolproof? And Matt was like, I'm pretty sure it's this. Then you were like, where is it? I'm like yelling at my phone, sitting here looking like this, and then typing seriously.
Just like old times?
Just like old times, that's right.
Wait, what proof is foolproof? 125.
3 times I said it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I had this much of this bottle that tastes like vanilla ice cream.
That's awesome. Yeah, I still have some of the bottles that I gifted you and Nash and others for Christmas that one year.
I got a couple of barrel picks from around me. Well, actually, I only got one left.
What was that? What was that bottle?
That's a Blackjack Liquors bottle.
I believe that.
A little bit left, probably.
Wait, it was a foolproof?
It was a foolproof.
All right.
There's another one that was a Ball and Bond, but I'm not sure if I gave you another one.
I want to say, is it over there? There's sweet wheat.
Oh, I know it's over there unless you killed it.
Let's see. Charlie's.
It's easy to get one that he probably hasn't had much out of yet. Unless he's been doing cereal challenges with it. I knew I was at least somebody to laugh at that. Thank you, Matt.
I love those, man. I'll tell you what, the sweet wheat doesn't have that note in it where I feel like it would go well with, like, the Lucky Charms. And I think the marshmallow has that.
Honestly, what it might go well with is either Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Apple Chips.
Right, yours was Blackjack Liquor's single barrel, right?
Correct, but it's a foolproof. It's a selection foolproof, like we talked about when we talked about the lottery side.
I gotta find that one. I know I have that someplace. I remember you giving that to us.
It's probably over to your left. It's probably on the small shelf to your left.
Distillers.
I think I'm one of the 2 people in Ohio today that actually got Ross to sign a bottle that didn't come from Ohio.
Nice.
I get to sign my 24 bottle.
You need to get that's a Ridgemont one. You have the original Ridgemont one, don't you?
I'll have to get that one empty before I can have him sign it, unless we have it signed in an off-site event, because taking that into the festival open is kind of a non-starter if I'm a lay person and not a bourbon personality or an industry person.
I mean, he was like, I didn't have that much practice, but I sure got it in Ohio, signing his name. I mean,
I felt really good with that. Matt had met Ross at the festival, but I guess not to know him the way that we kind of do now. But then the same time when Matt and I were up there is when we were getting all the 1792 swag and gear. And then I had Ross sign it. And then I had one of his guys from the distillery, Eric, who was pouring for us, sign it, who is also helping to get us all the swag. Let's see if I can actually, yeah, it's kind of there. And it says Esquire at the bottom, which is kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't.
You remember the guy over on the right that was giving us all the swag?
Yeah, like the cigar cutters and the muddlers. I have so much 1792 swag coming off. I was like, what the hell? And then I went and bought the foolproof barrel pick, and I didn't have Ross sign it. I don't know why. And I was so kicking myself. I was so kicking myself the year before because that pick from the festival from when it was 1792 was the last. There was 1792, and then there was last year. But this year it's New Riff. What was it last year? There was another barrel pick that was the pick for everyone. Oh, was it Bardstown?
Probably. Let's see, what else was there? I'm thinking.
Was there a Green River?
There was a Green River. There was a Green River that was the white ceramic that was less of the festival so much as it was another one. But there was also the Dark Arts that went like wildfire.
So he took, all right.
The black circle one.
Yep.
He said, okay, so why didn't... So
double oak.
Kirk said he didn't get the Zoom in. Can anybody message him?
I told him it was in the comments.
Okay, I gotta...
Yeah, it's in the comment.
I could send it to him if I can message him. Let's see, where is he?
Kirk, man, check the comments, bro. It's in there.
Yeah, reload your comments if you have to go to overview and then go back to
up if you're on your phone.
Let's see.
Don't go out of the chat. Go.
Okay, hold on. Kirk message, and I'll basically control V it. It should still be there.
So I talked to him this morning, but my phone's over there. This is my dad's Facebook. I took his iPad so I could read comments, not knowing that I didn't read comments. I'm like, man, nobody's writing anything. I'll suck today. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's asking for the link. Let me see if I can.
I'm giving it to him. I just direct message it to him.
Yeah.
I give it to him.
This thing's dope. I don't know how to use an iPhone, so I have to hit buttons that I don't think I'm hitting the right ones, but like it's like a big iPhone thing that I don't know how to use.
But once you do,
swipe up from the bottom and do a couple other things.
The iPhone
copy it.
What?
I can send it to Kirk, but I don't know how to.
You basically.
I don't know how to copy it.
Okay, so you basically on the iPad it's a touch screen. So if you have a comment, hold it and then hit select and it'll give you a thing to pull it. Now it says
report, comment, or cancel.
No.
Facebook is
Facebook.
On the comments, like you actually push on the comment itself, and then let up, and it'll be select. Hit select, and then it will.
It's trying to make him join because it came up iPad.
That's me. Okay,
I know.
I'm working. I'm trying to. I don't know what all this stuff is meaning. That's all right.
Oh, fuck, there he is.
Hey, Matt, have another pour of sweet wheat and it'll work.
And this says iPad too. So he said
It says iPad, so that's him in his hand. Looked like something else. Hey, Kirk.
Kirk, I don't know how you guys.
Hey, Kirk, rotate the. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Perfect. Now you're perfect. Yeah.
Jamie S is on with us. I haven't met Jamie before. Hi, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up with me, guys.
No. This is technology. I mean, Matt's using an iPad for the first time. I'm so proud of him.
I don't use iStuff.
Yeah, you should.
In the house is Samsung. All the TVs, that TV, everything in the house is Samsung except my dad's iPad. I gotta order a Samsung pad, whatever that little thing.
You should
This right here is the bar under construction here in my house. So it's not quite done, but that's when I'll be starting that YouTube channel, guys.
Nice.
That's looking good, man.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit. I've got to wrap it all in cherry wood, so it's going to be expensive. I'd rather spend it all on bourbon.
Yeah.
Cherry
You
flavor.
have an iced apple cast Angel's Envy behind you?
Yeah, I just picked this up today, and I was going to ask you, Matt, you like the tequila stuff, and I'm like, that might be right up your alley. I haven't opened it yet. Should I open it right now?
In Anejo, that's out the PX down by us. I heard it's pretty good.
I'm not really. I don't have one. The only tequila I like is actually when it's been finished off in the Snake and Eagle Rare or the Blanton's or something barrel. Because I don't like the agave, at least the cheap shit we get up here, right? But shit, I'll open it. We'll see.
There you go. I would say, you let me know how that is, because that's at the PX right now. Every time my buddies go down to the Coast Guard Exchange, they're like, Matt, they still have the Angel's Envy. I'm like, they do, it's $200.
Yeah, mine was more. It's all about making relationships, right? So I've got a bunch of people that once I get this rolling out that want to interview and collaborate and stuff with me. So sometimes you got to bite the freaking bullet. This was like $260 kind of thing. And so I'm like, well, I'll do it. It was one of the managers. You got to treat them right? You know how it is.
Hey, Kirk. Oh, yeah. Kirk, you gotta, I don't know if you can get Tequila Ocho. This one's soaked in Old Fitz barrels, man.
Oh, fucking, I love Old Fitz. Jeez,
that's a really cool, that's an awesome thing.
Oh.
Is that... So, do you watch ESPN Ocho and then drink tequila Ocho?
Ocho single. No, yeah, this is good, man. This is an añejo. It's 48%. Yeah, and it's aged in bourbon cask Old Fitz's, man. This is great.
You're gonna age it in another Old Fitz.
Dude,
that's awesome.
Solid.
I always take it back to my new bottles and I pour them in an infinity bottle and write them down in a book, and I've got an app that keeps track of what's in it.
That's
nice.
That's awesome.
Hey, Matt, I'm going to a Malloy's Whiskey Fest Saturday. If JP's there, I'm going to say hi and tell him Matt from Cleveland on the Rock says hello.
Definitely. I have to. Okay, so I just learned today. And tell them this is why I haven't called them yet. So your dot card, I have a virtual dot card. It's a bracelet. I tap it to your phone. It's to every link I have. You can put in there where I met you, your phone number. Well, what I just learned today was, Ross, he's like, just take my number. The next time I'm in town, we'll get together and this. I'm like, okay. So he hits my dot card. And then I go to my email and I'm like, oh, it says import link. So I import it and it says Ross Cornelissen's number. And I'm like, oh, this is sweet. And then I got all the 1792 guys' numbers. And I'm like, this is why I haven't been getting all the numbers from all the people, because they sent it to me and I never downloaded. So I looked at my emails and I'm like, dock cards. There's 102 dock card phone numbers in my phone that I didn't even know were in there. And JP's in there, Michael's in there, all the Curly guys in there, all the people from Kentucky Bourbon Festival that I didn't know I could download their number instantly. So I'm learning stuff.
So how much is the dock card?
The dock card, so you get three things. First off, you get a bracelet, a metal card, and then a little sticker that goes on your phone case, so you can use your phone case to tap people's face. It costs $65. All three. You get a link. It builds your page for you, and then it looks. I don't have a thing to show you. It'll give you. Do I have one here? I do.
Can you put your logo on it?
You could do anything you want on it. That costs a little more. But you really want
a Corey Hart sunglasses at night good thing going on there.
Yeah. So I keep track of the sticker. My future is this so people could scan it, or you could tap it. And it's the easiest thing in the world. You gotta get you one.
It's happening. Hold it there. We got two people. Did yours, John? I wish tonight I would have got a full proof because I wish I could taste it. I wonder if it tastes like ice cream. Give me half one. I mean, I can get a sampler for you. That'd be great. Well, the OXLQ full proof. I just want this year's full proof from Barton's. I'm gonna tear into this Booker's, man. This dropped the other day here. What is it? The first batch of 2026. It's called New Orleans. New Orleans. We need to get that one. They did that batch based off of when we were there. They created it because me and Matt were in New Orleans. Are you kidding? It's called New Orleans? Yeah, it's called the Big Easy batch. Yep. Oh my God, I have to get one. All right. So, yeah, if any of those people on YouTube who like 1792 but have not heard my little story on 1792, I'm kind of into it. It's kind of a thing for me. So, I have a Maker's Mark barrel on the top and a 1792 barrel on the inside. So, in terms of the way that I had this laid out. Hell yeah! So, I've seen that online too. That's cool. Yeah. So, if anybody hasn't seen this on YouTube, it has a Lazy Susan in there. I brought 3 cases of 1792 when I moved, and my barrel is full of 1792. Oh, that is awesome. So, I love that reel every time it comes up. Yeah, brother. I haven't played that in a while. Shit. I'm thankful that people have seen it. If anybody wants to see a reel with 20 million views, go to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys and look for Walker's reel because he thieved a barrel at Augusta, and it just keeps going. It's got over 20 million views. I've got one
it's on YouTube, right, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really, it was just me and Tiny and Roxy and one of the representatives from Augusta. It was fun as hell.
So Walker, we were gonna have Jamie introduce himself since he's new here. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. Looking off, brother.
That's all right. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes, you can.
I'm just being kind of quiet. Unfortunately, I'm watching for storms in Milwaukee. We've gotten lots. And
Oh my God, you guys are fucking pounded up there, man. Holy shit, I'm in Chicago, so.
Yep.
yeah, there's been tornadoes around here, and I'm a building technician, so I'm kind of on standby. Right now, I got 2 crews doing water removal at one building and flooded out. So I think I have to go back in about 20 minutes.
Did you have a touchdown outside of Milwaukee or what?
Yeah, about 20 miles west of here by a town called Sussex, which
Sussex? Yeah, kind of more Sussex.
yeah, Sussex can go away in a tornado. I don't fucking care, but yeah, no, they're kind of Oconomowoc. Yeah, there's a bunch around here, so yeah. I'm just so woods, which you may be familiar with.
Well, I'm totally familiar. Actually, Steve Pitzer, who always is watching, is in right outside of North Lake,
Okay.
which is right there.
Yeah, that's up around Lake Country area, they call it, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're familiar with it, I grew up in Wauwatosa, so I'm all around Milwaukee.
I grew up. My sister lives in Wauwatosa, right off of 92nd, and I want to say it's not good. What is it? It's been a while. So Capitol, right off of 92nd and Capitol, and then I grew up in West Dallas, New Berlin.
Oh yeah, I'm in West Dallas right now. Just yeah.
Where did you go to high school?
East and West actually.
Yeah, I went to Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale. Yeah, my daughter went there. She actually, believe it or not, next Thursday she's graduating nursing school. My daughter's gonna be an RN. So
Congrats.
thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, so she went to Hale, and yeah, now she's gonna be an RN. So that's
Well, we'll test the man right there, man. Here's the Jamie.
appreciate that, you guys. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I would, but it's like I said, I can't go.
Is she married yet?
What's that?
Is she married yet, Jamie?
She's engaged. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is he a construction guy?
Nobody's actually an EMT.
Oh, there you go. That's even better. Usually, construction guys marry because they got insurance. I know.
Because we're in the ER so much, we are always fucking ourselves up. Yeah.
I thought he was going in a completely different direction when he said that, but you know.
I baited you into that one.
Congrats, Steve. That's cool. I appreciate it. It's nice to meet you guys too. I tried last week, but it didn't work out. But this, you guys got a good group. Good group.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thursdays, man. And you're out there doing that stuff, man. Be safe, brother. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Absolutely.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
And last week was a bad link. Jeff did the bad link last week. That was why he couldn't get on.
Oh, it was.
Very technology challenged, so whatever.
Well, from one technology challenged person to another, cheers. Yeah, that was.
Jamie, we know it's hard to get a word in edgewise, but we love you anyway. It's not your fault.
So did
This is great. With that,
you have any 1792?
I have 2 or 3 bottles of Barton, a couple full proofs, a 12-year. I got a single barrel this week.
Nice. There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Cognac to round it up.
Yeah, I got a 5-1. Actually, I did have a chance to get one, but the guy wanted $90 for it. I said, so yeah, I did that for $30 because I couldn't get it.
These are $40 bottles, man. No freaking way.
Oh, I'm not a huge cognac guy, anyways, but yeah, we'll see.
I like cognac. I like cognac finished. Not as much as rum finished, but cognac finishes finish nice. They don't finish as sweet as a rum finish, but if it's the right bourbon and it's sweet enough, and then you put in that cognac, it just pulls it down just a little, takes a little bit of the sweetness away. and so I don't mind it. A lot of times the tequila finishes for me are a little bit bitter, but cognac doesn't usually pull off the bitter.
I like how dip cigar, man. Those cigars are so good, man. Oh my god. Yeah. On the tequila note, can we hear what Kirk thinks of the Angel's Envy?
Oh, yeah. You know what? The nose on this thing smells just like Nell the Architect. Crazy.
Okay.
This thing, little bit of tequila in the background, but the taste on it, the palate is pretty freaking good. It's not viscous though. It should have been a little bit more oily, in my opinion. Yeah. It's got like a green tea note in it.
Okay.
And this thing too, and there's a little bit of tequila on the very end of it, but that's it. It's good. It's not hot at all. It's only 104.2 proof. I'm a proof hound, man. If they just proof it up a little bit, put a little more. I like viscosity. I like shit that's really close to home.
Just so you know,
124 would be ideal.
okay, guys, there's angel frickin' wings on the bottom. They're not proofing shit up. I mean, that's what it is. That's barrel proof right there for women. There you go.
That's a big pivot bottle right there, bro.
Yeah.
There you go. The angel wings.
I mean, let me see the fill on that bottle right now. Show me the fill. Now that's a pour, man, that you pour to that. No, I'm talking about Kirk's pour. He just cracked that thing.
I poured the neck into my infinity. I always pour neck into the infinity bottle. Kind of thing. But
Yeah, I get it.
yeah, I'll probably have this a third of the way down by the end of the night.
When we were at High Bank and we were tasting, and this was on Saturday, right on the podcast, and I just kept we were doing food pairings, and I just kept, because it was like 6 different ones, and it was like noon, and I hadn't eaten, and the food pairing was happening, so I just kept pouring the ones except for the Amberana ones. There was 2 Amberana ones, but I put
cigar back. That's mad. That's it. You pissed off.
no, the Amberana was strong enough that if you would, I'm just gonna tell you, if I would have poured the Amberana in, it just would have tasted like the Amberana. I mean, you just gotta leave that out when you're doing Infinity. I mean, you can make an Amberana. What?
Did we not learn anything today?
Yeah.
Amberana, and then there's overly done Amberana.
No, but
really.
yeah, but if you're doing an Infinity bottle and you dump Amberana in it, you dump the end of Rio in it. Basically, you just might as well turn it all into Rio. It's just like, I mean, it's just like.
Okay, so I love Rio by itself.
Right.
I wouldn't put Rio in any of my Infinity bottles that I have going with any of the stuff that I'm finishing and stuff, because it's going to overtake everything. I also don't do Havana, nothing.
No.
Finished stuff has a place just as much as the bourbon has a place. But the thing is, you cross them, and whatever you put in there shouldn't overtake the base that you're putting in.
Oh, you could put a tequila finish or a rum finish, and it's not going to overtake it. But an Amberana finish will overtake. I mean, I'm taking a tablespoon of olive oil every day, and I'll put Amberana in it, and it'll make olive oil taste like Amberana.
Well, I think I'm going to get a bunch of chips, so we'll have something to finish whatever you want to finish in. When I get my buddies that have the Amberana, they do all kinds of stuff in. And they're located in Ohio. We could go there together.
You know, Matt?
How come Tiny's frozen?
Am I frozen?
Yeah, he's glitching.
Why am I glitching?
10 minutes.
It's your internet.
No, it's not my internet. My internet should be. Oh, did I glitch at all on the podcast?
No.
Like your YouTube sound was really jacked up tonight, Tiny.
Yeah, YouTube was fucked. Was it fucked? Yeah.
Why was it jacked up? What was happening? Too loud?
Sound.
Yeah, Jamie said it was too loud.
Your sound. I could hear you, but I couldn't hear your guest at all.
Oh, yeah, you hear your boss on there?
It could have been my connection though too. So.
Yeah, there was something going on between my phone and the YouTube. It's just like. could see that.
So just a note on Angels Envy, they have a different bottle style generally now. So it used to be more squared off, and now they have a more rounded bottle style with kind of a flat back. So you have like a squared off back and more rounded front. Is that a 26 bottle? It's 26 bottle then? That might be a 25. They switched it. Yeah, I think it's a 25. Okay. Yeah. And that was me last year too, that they did that where they flattened the back and rounded the front out. Well, I think we switched that shit out. It was early, then late 24 in Kentucky and early 25, and then they got it in distribution for the other states. Because in Kentucky, I bought this one well before I left, and I got here in June and left there in May. So it would have been in Kentucky somewhere between the end of 24 and then it went into distribution after that. Yeah, I like those ones too, but this one's kind of cool. And the lady that was there as the brand rep when I bought this one had a laser engraver, and it's kind of tough to see, but my initials are in it. Yeah, I can see that. That's cool. They look light or white normally, but of course in this light they look dark because I'm putting it down away from the light. So some little light on there. Nope, not gonna work. That's fine. I know. Go back. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that looks cool, man. I like it. Yeah. They have that same machine on. Oh, there it is. HWC right there. Yep. There we go. If I take my hand from behind it, it's a little bit easier. No, I saw it, man. It's cool. Yep. And a friend of mine borrowed it. I had given him 6 bottles to wait for him for Christmas, and they drank like 2.5 bottles. And they said, "I don't know, we might have thrown it away." I'm like, "Excuse me? You threw away a bottle with my initials on it?" I'm like, "That ain't even on the agreement." That's not good. That's not cool. And it's like, "Oh, I'm sure we can do it." Great for Toronto when Mr. Distillery signed all their bottles and was up there doing the signing like Ross did. And they had the booth there, but they would only do so many letters. Oh yeah. And I was like, can we do it on the rock side, maybe? And they're like, that's way too many. I'm like, well, can we make